Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you one.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, where this bottle see Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig them through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, so here's what's on tap. But God, I'm talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with your man, them. It's a brand in front of the camera. That's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat. So we Knicks dripping. Knicks feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olan, Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. Real talk.
Yo, salute everybody. Salute. Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? What's going on? It's the pregame show. Knicks Real Talk. Y'all know how we get down, man. Divine Shot Powers, Knicks, Portland Trail Blazers at the world most famous arena today at 6 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks looking to go in there and do what they do, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to the family in the building, man. Salute to all y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Brian Acosta, as always, man. Thank you for the super chat. Doug Fresh, Queen Darlene, On Dias. What's good, my man? What's popping? Salute to everybody in there, man. Let's get it, man. We're going to go ahead and try to do the damn thing, man. Get this win. Get to 47 and 27, 20 games over 500. Before I go any further, let me bring my partner in the building, man, and want to keep the engine running, man. Shot Powers, what's good, my man?
Peace to you, Divine. As always, salute to the family in the chat. I'm still trying to get everything over here. Matter of fact, let me now that I'm on. I forget what I just said. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Yo, salute everybody, man. We here, man. We are in the building. We ready to get it going, man. Knicks basketball on early Sunday, 5 o'clock, stream, 6 o'clock game. I'm excited, man. Season coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Need to win a little bit of game. We gonna win, get ready for the burner to get back pretty soon. But we got to handle business today, ladies and gentlemen, going here against Portland. Take those shorts, take no prisoners. Don't take nothing for granted. Go and beat the team in front of you today, man. And we need to go in here and really give a beat down to these guys, get them up out of there. Have another day's rest because we got a back-to-back on Tuesday and Wednesday. Philadelphia 76ers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I'm looking forward to a good game. We're going to break all this content down, man, get into all this good stuff. And salute to the chat again, man. King Bribby, Crims, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in, man. Brian, thank you for the chat again. But Shot Powell, we on to another game on the Doctrine today. Knicks looking to win another one and get a couple in a row, man. So I'm really looking forward to it after playing that good game against Milwaukee. All around just good game, defense side of the ball. My big dog had it going in that game. Cat not so much, but rebounding wise, yes. A couple of guys stepped up, next man up mentality. Dylan Wright played. Coley did what he had to do. So overall, man, our losing all that guard strength that we have. We're good to see that we had some guys come in there and try to fill a void a little bit and let our big dog do what they did. And I think they did a good job the other day. So that leads us to today against this team who look like they going the other way, and we going another way. So I'm ready to see the Knicks get in here and get it popping tonight.
Yeah, tonight's another game that I'm hoping that the Knicks can fair weather together. You know what I mean? Stay together, play together basketball, play like a team. You know what I mean? And this is a team we don't want to take no team in the NBA lightly. But what we can do is effectively win the game. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to see in these next couple of games. Win the game effectively. I don't want to. I'll take a win is a win, but I want to see more of a winning style of basketball than trying to catch up playing basketball. You know what I mean? I want us to be more on the winning side of the game. You know what I mean? The controlling the minutes, controlling the turnovers, controlling the pace, controlling these things. I want those are the things that I want to see tonight. And I think tonight, the guys this evening is going to really get out there and play some good basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're on a mission, despite not having missing certain players. But I think they're on a mission. They're ready to get it popping, man. And I think we got to go out there and do what we do. You know, we do what we do without the burner here for a while. Like King Ribby just said in the chat, though, he said JB clear for basketball activities. That's what it do right there, ladies and gentlemen. I salute this team, real talk, not to get off topic, but you know, without Jalen Brunson, we still in the third seed, ladies and gentlemen. Without Jalen Brunson, we still doing what we doing. And I can only imagine when he come back, this team gets double better. Now you got, you know, he only got to play with Mitch Robinson one game, so on and so on, and all this good stuff. So Anunoby, the way he been playing, so I think when he come back, we turned up a notch. Now, I mean, we winning without him, best we can, 6-4 without Jalen Brunson. That could have easily been 10-0. It could have been 9-1. You know,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So just to say that, know that the burn is going to be back in effect pretty soon, getting ready for the playoffs, is a good feeling. But tonight, man, we don't have them. We don't have Deuce McBride and Campaign them tonight. So no Haka Purdy and all that stuff, man. But for the most part, we've been scrapping and clawing and biting. That's what I'm happy about this team, because much as we might get ragged on about this and that, this team still winning basketball games the best way they can and what they have available that's suited up. And they doing it. You know, and I thought that was a good win the other night in Milwaukee. So let's see if we can get it tonight here in Madison Square Garden and go get it popping tonight. That's what it's about. And I think they come play real good tonight, man. Every day, the Knicks haven't disappointed me all season under the circumstances, so I don't expect them to disappoint me tonight. Wins and losses, I'm never disappointed about that to a degree, because you're going to win some, you're going to lose some in the course of an 82 game season. But if our team was under 500 and all that crazy stuff with all this payroll they got, and all this other be a different story, but that's not the case.
That would be a problem, Divine. Exactly.
Right. But that's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. These cats is really, really getting it popping. So, you know, you gotta get true to power. Like I said, nobody gonna be good every night. You know what I mean? Not them, not us, or anybody. I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm happy about that. But tonight, Shot Powers, like I said, Portland Trail Blazers had it going early in the year. They looked like they were trying to do some things, but they injury rattled too. And on top of that, you know, they look like they headed back to the lottery maybe. But that's good for them, because they got a chance to get a good young guy coming out there. All depends who's coming out. I don't know too many names out there this year, other than, you know, the top dogs like Cooper Flag and them guys. But, you know, with whoever they may be, it ain't us. We not in the lottery. We don't need to be in the lottery. You won't see us in there no time soon. So it ain't a big deal to me. We did just make sure you guys go out there and get better than the guys who already got on the team. So our lotteries is already here for another concern. Tyler Kolick and Daddy Adam, our lottery pick for the next couple of years. So. You know, I'm excited about the guys we got, that we do have a Color Junior and all these guys. But what's your thoughts on that game tonight, my man? How you feeling about this thing?
Just to expound on what you just said, Divine, the reason why those 5 lottery picks that we gave up for Mikal was, like, for us, worthless, because we just brung in 4 young guys, and they will be here for the next 4 or 5 years on their contracts, 3, 4, 5 years, 4 years on their contract. So we didn't need those picks from Mikal Bridges. 5 years, the picks that they gave up was in the next 4 to 6 years or something like that. So those picks would have been coming in, putting money on the thing, and still trying to develop. This team is not a development team no more. And to get back to this game tonight, I just think the Knicks want to get out there and play some good basketball. That's what I want to see. That's what I expect tonight, to see good basketball. No give up, no quit. Take it to this team. This team is a team that's under 500. We need this win before Jalen Brunson gets back. Let's get as many wins as we can while he's back, so when he gets back, we could go on a nice little 4 or 5 game winning streak, going right into the right into the playoffs, and start knocking these teams out the box. That's what I want to see tonight. For me, it's been started, but it starts here tonight. This is a team that you got to pay attention to. Every team that's a young team that plays the Knicks, when the Knicks come to when you play the New York Knicks, this is how they go. Oh, yo, the Knicks is coming, yo. Remember I did it? The Knicks is New York coming tonight, yo. We going to Garden, or they coming to our crib, yo, the New York coming. That's how teams get up for us. So we don't want to take this team lightly. And I want to make sure that we play to win. I want us to have with my score at the end of the night should show you what I think the Knicks should do tonight.
Yeah, real talk. It's important that they keep getting these reps. I think what I like about this thing. It's always a blessing and a curse when somebody get injured. I think the Jalen Brunson injury might wind up paying big dividends for us in the playoffs. Number one, he get the rest. Now, he get the rest he needed because he still played up to 60-something games. So he get to get the rest he needed. And the reason why Anunoby and all these guys, they get to get their reps up because it was hard when you got all four of them dudes out there that can hold the basketball down with Josh Hart. So now these guys getting their reps up while, and you notice they always coming through. The way Anunoby playing, McHale playing, Cat, what they doing. So they getting their reps in. When Brunson get back, they'll be ready to go. After their reps will be, Anunoby will be in the groove, McHale will be in the groove. All these guys will be in the groove when Brunson get back in the next 3 or 4 or 5 games, whatever the case may be. But I'm also excited about the guys that the second unit guys like to see Wright and Tyler Cole them getting some burn just to get themselves ready, because obviously none of them got and gonna even be in a rotation. Not even Haka Purdy, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the Knicks is not gonna bring nobody up in this thing. As much as we want guys to come, the Knicks are not bringing nobody up here. They don't even have space to do that, because when Jalen Brunson get back, Campaign get back, Deuce Bryan get back, you remember Tyler Kolek, Haka Purdy, and Dylan Wright will be out of the rotation. They won't. We got 10 guys already with Mitchell Robinson coming back. So I think anything other than that is don't even waste your time. It ain't gonna happen. They're gonna go out there with their guys who out there they were gonna go with from the beginning. At the beginning of the season, that's who they rolling out there. New York Knicks rolling out the same 10 guys that I thought they were gonna roll out at the beginning of the year. And that's who they rolling out. And that was the whole game plan. Them 10 dudes that's gonna be there with that starting 5. Mitchell Robinson, President Chua, Shaman, Campaign, and Deuce. That's it. I think they'd be good, though. I think they'd be good no matter what. The good thing about these guys getting all the reps they can get, and that's what I really wanted to say about all that, is for them to catch to get a rhythm tonight. I think they get a rhythm tonight. Let them guys keep getting their rhythm.
There we go.
Keep getting it popping, and we do it, man. But salute to the chat. Patrick in the building. Jay Chosen was good. Jay Crims was good. King Ribby, everybody, man. Salute to everybody. I don't leave nobody. Joey DeLuca, dude. DL, what's good? Joey DeLuca in the building with us, man. Salute Joey, salute to the chat. Ron, Queen, Darlene, everybody, man. On Diod, my man, Crim's dad, everybody. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. We got a chance to win our 47th game today, ladies and gentlemen, and get to 7-4 without Jalen Brunson. Good team. We win that game today. We send in 20 games over 500. We pick up another half game, which becomes a full game, because Indiana lost to the Thunder last night. Indiana lost to the Thunder last night, and that gave that we had pick up a game now, so that pretty much put them 4 games behind us. And I think that 4 games that put them 4 games, and I think that might be a wrap after that, Shot Power. So
yeah, 4 games plus the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Let's go out there and see if we can win this game tonight for that reason alone, and then after that, we take it from there, man. But I'm excited about this game, man. I'm excited about the game in general. And remember what they got down there last time we played them. We beat them by 1. But you got that big dude, Kingham down there from the University of Connecticut. That big boy, he's like another Walker Kessler, not maybe defense from his body size, his presence. He big dude down there, man. So he's gonna stay around that rim. My man Jet for life. What's good, Jet? My man, good to see you, my man. Jet life for you, man. Good life, man. Good to see you, my brother. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it, y'all. Power. I think we go out there and get it popping tonight. I'm looking for some interesting player to get tonight. I just want to see our backcourt continue to progress until everything come back to normal.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see Mitchell Robinson get off these restrictions. Last couple of games, I mean, he did good in the last game. 2 points and 10 rebounds. I think 4 of them was offensive, or was it 6? No, 4. I think 4. I think it was 4. I don't think it was 6 offensive. I think it was 4 offensive and 6 was defensive. So I think he had a block, assist, or something like that. So I'm ready. Maybe he's not ready. I don't know, but maybe I would like to see him over 18 minutes, start ramping him up a little bit, get him to 22. The next couple of back-to-backs, let him play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. Yeah. I think coming off that 10 rebound game, I think just even with the putback dunk, you can see he's starting to trust both of his foots up in the air.
Back.
He's starting to trust both his foot. He's comfortable with the way he landed. And that takes time mentally. Physically, you might think you're there, but mentally, you got to like make sure that you feel comfortable going up in the air. Because like Mr. Robinson, that's been his problem. His injuries has always been the ankles coming up down on the wrong way or coming down, blah blah blah. Other than Joel Embiid doing what he did, but it just always been his ankles, small feet for a big man like that. And I think him losing that weight helped him out a lot because it took the pressure off them feet, man. And I think he get into shape, man. It's going to take time for a big dude like that, but I think
no question.
I think he's revving it up, and I think that he'd be fine when it all comes to the get down because I just think the guy and it's good. He comes back at the right time, but it takes time with this stuff, man. Don't rush yourself and all that, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I really want to see my man continue doing what he's doing. Anunoby has been, I think literally he can go at the rate that he playing. I think Anunoby could be Eastern Conference Player of the Month. The way he's been playing, literally the Eastern Conference Player of the Month. He's been putting in some work, ladies and gentlemen, since the All-Star break. And salute to him, man. Raised his average up for the season to point. Now he's at 17 something. And that's good to see him doing that. And Mikal's been doing what he's doing. Cat just being Cat. So, but yeah, I'm looking to see him continue his very good play. Excuse me. Moving forward, Anunoby, suit to him. Mikal do like I said. But I really want to see these guys get out here tonight. I want to see Tyler Coley really break the double-digit scoring mark tonight. I'm rooting for Tyler.
I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it too.
I want a double-double from Tyler Coley tonight, 10-10. Give me a double-double out there tonight, man. Tyler Coley been trying to get in there and get it popping. But like I say, he's getting better every game. He scored 5 the last game against a good defensive team too. And so now you get to go against the Trailblazers. See if you can go out there and do the damn thing, man. But I like the way our team is gelling right now, the way they're playing. They just got to keep going, man. Like I said, you can't win every game. You're going to lose some games. You're going to win some. But the main thing is just keep trying to get better every day. And I think that was a big win against Milwaukee for a lot of reasons.
Right.
A big win for them, man. And, so that's good. That's an over 500 team. It's a team that's in the top 6. They got one of the reigning MVPs on that team. They got a good team. And we did the damn thing. So let's keep it going and get into the next one. But other than that, it's going to be another game, man. Another game at the Garden tonight. We home for a couple of games in a row. Then we travel to Cleveland. And when we get there, we let Cleveland know this is for you. In the meantime, we got to win these 2 games, which we should win. No question about it. I'll be very disappointed if Knicks lose one of these games, the next 2 games. I would be disappointed because I know without Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson, Deuce and Bryant, and Kane Payne, we still should win the next 2 games. I won't even make that excuse.
That's how I feel. That's how amped I am tonight. That's why I'm amped tonight, because I think these 2 games, even without Jalen Brunson, even without Payne, I think Dallin Wright is going to have another better game tonight. I think he's going to be a double-digit something, a decent interception, a charging call, with him. You know what I mean? I think he's going to have a couple of some big things tonight. You know what I mean? I'm looking for big things for all these guys tonight because it's big time now. It's big time season now. You know what I mean? It's time to put up tonight, and I'm expecting the guys to really show up tonight, even without Jalen Brunson, Payne, Deuce, because this is a team that we should be able to beat. We got Mikal, we got OG, and we got Cat. You know what I mean? Plus Josh Hart. You know what I mean? So I think that we should be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. Well, let's break down the stats right quickly. Salute to everybody in chat, man. Y'all got it going on in there. Keep doing what you're doing. Please hit that like, subscribe for your boys. We are in here. Run them up with the thumbs up, all that good stuff, man. I know there's a lot of Knicks stuff out there, man, but we always trying to keep the real talk up ahead. So we always gonna bring it to you, man. Y'all look out for your brothers, show some love, hit the like and subscribe, and enjoy the content. Sharp Power. Let's look at this. Let's look at the stats right quick, ladies and gentlemen. And look what the team is at for the season when it comes to their numbers. I think our guys have been playing pretty well this year so far. Number wise, ladies and gentlemen, right there, you see it right there. We got Knicks team stats versus Portland Trail Portland 32-42, 10 games under 500. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 46-27, 19 games over 500. They are 12th in the Western Conference. We are 3rd in the Eastern Conference. They are 12-24 away from home. We opposite. We are 24-12 at home. They 22nd in offense rating. We are number 5 in offense rating. 19th they are in defense. We 13th in defense. We hover around that 13 mark. That's good until we get a little better. But we hover around that 13 the last couple of games. Their net rating overall is 23rd in the NBA. Ours is 9th. Like I said, without Jalen Brunson, the numbers dipped in the offense and the net rating.
Right.
But that's fine, though. You can't expect that when you're missing somebody like that. And and that's not even counting to the campaign, just that guy itself. But them numbers is pretty fair. Their shot power. I think this is a game on a statistic why we're supposed to win. Everything we do is better than them. Everything. The record, the rating, the standards. The record, the standards, the home away. That's better than theirs. Offense is better than theirs. Defense is better than theirs. Rate is better than theirs overall. But also on paper, it's a game that we should win. But like I said, that don't guarantee you a win if you don't come out there and bring your A game that night and try to click on all cylinders. That thing can go the other way in a heartbeat sometimes. So, but I think this team come out there and play pretty well tonight after coming off that win on the road and also got a day's rest too.
Yeah, man. I just don't see the Knicks second guessing themselves anymore. And I mean, I think they're really going to go out there and play some good basketball tonight. We'll see a lot of touches from Cat. We'll see a lot of touches from Mikal, and OG Anunoby has been bringing his A game. I don't know. I mean, I watched a couple of OG when he went to Toronto, maybe a couple of off games I was watching. I could remember watching him, but I never seen him explode the way he explodes now, the way he takes the ball to the hole now, the way he shoots that 3-point shot from the corners and at the top on the break. You know what I mean? He is really, really stepping up big time right now. And the one thing I don't hear is people talking about the money that OG got. That's one thing I don't hear. I don't hear nobody talking about OG don't need that 30. I don't hear that about OG. That's one thing I can say. So he is satisfying the New York fan base with what he is producing with the money that they are paying him. I don't hear much about OG ever. You hear Mikal, and that's kind of dying down a little bit too, because people seeing that Mikal is starting to play some good. He plays some good basketball. That's dying down a little bit. Not so much about Mikal no more. So I think that we just have a good team, and with Mikal, OG, and Cat tonight against this team, they need plenty of touches. Those three guys and Josh Hart. Let's get out there and get 14 points and 13 rebounds. You know what I mean? 4 assists with less turnovers. He does turn the ball over a lot, like you said, Devon.
Yeah, get a little bit of triple-double action.
Yeah. Let's get some good numbers up tonight.
Yeah, real talk. I'm looking forward to the game, man. See what these teams did. Finish looking at the stats, ladies and gentlemen, then we can get back at it. Look what these cats did in their last 5 games and so on and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are literally 2-3 in their last 5. They lost to the King, they lost to the Cavaliers, and they lost to the Celtics. So they didn't lose to no scrubs. And they beat Denver. And they beat
Denver. Denver.
Yeah, Denver and Memphis. Ladies and gentlemen, last 5 games, we beat Milwaukee. We lost to the Clippers. We beat the Dallas Mavericks, and we beat the Washington Wizards, and we also lost that game to the Charlotte Hornets. Right. Previous matchup, ladies and gentlemen, Scoot Henderson had going on. Mikal had 33. Scoot had 30. Josh Hart 11 rebounds. Josh Hart 9 assists. He was probably close to a triple-double. Danny Villa had him going that a little bit there that game. I like that black drip they got right there. That's hot. On that
Rip City is hot.
That's hot. They got that off for real. They in the black drip. We in the white drip, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. On the pinstripe white joints we got going on today. Listen, Anthony Simon starting for them, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon Sharp, Danny Avila, Tormani Camara, and Donovan Clingan. For us, Dalen Wright gets to start nod at the point guard spot with Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Anunoby, and Carl Anthony Towns on the injured list, ladies and gentlemen. They got DeAndre Ayton been out all day in the whole season. Game time decision with the city, Cisco. Jeremy Grant, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be out. No game time decision. Scoop gonna be out, got a concussion. Brave McGowan's gonna be out for the season for them. Andy Simon's game time decision, and Robert Williams III is out, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much they team been decimated all year. Like I said, that's a pretty better team than people getting credit for, but they've been injured all year. But no, that's their problem, not ours. We've been injured all year too, so we make no excuse. They can't make nothing. Play who in front of you. Let's get it. Yo, salute to the chat, my man. Amani, the great from Minneapolis. Amani, good to see you, my man.
Please.
Yeah, Amani, good to see you. Fabian, what's good, my brother? Salute, Fabe. And salute to everybody in the chat, man. You know what it is. Knicks Real Talk, Devon Shaw Powers, Jay and being pretty soon, man. We open up the panel with Jay and them and get it popping. But it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. We got a chance to win 47 games, man. This team is still on pace despite all that. Have a better record than last year, the past season, and I'm looking forward to them getting close to it every game, but and staying healthy in the process. And I think I went fast, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Brunson is out. Haka Purdy, Miles McBride is out. Sorry about that. Kevin McCullough Jr. game time decision, and Cameron Payne is out, ladies and gentlemen, for the Knicks. Sorry about that, but yeah, man, I'm really ready to go with this thing, man. I'm ready for this guy to go in there. Hopefully, they can come out there and win the game without no injuries, taking course today and taking shape today, rather. And if they can do that, I'll probably go and get it popping, man. Just win this game and go on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm amped for these next couple of games because they could get closer to 50 and Jalen Brunson to come back. And they'll have to play some games to win some games with Jalen Brunson on the court. Because if he comes back and if he has to play, I think 4 games, I think he's at 61 games, 65 games, he could get all these accolades that's out there for him. So I think he probably wants that. So I think they're bringing him back. They're ramping him up. I think they already said he's doing some stuff. You know what I mean? He's playing ball or something like that. So I think he'll be back in the next couple of games. So with that being said, this team is going to have to play through all of that because with Jalen Brunson getting back on the court, now you have to get reunited with Cat and get reunited with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Him and OG is boys, though. He always looks for OG. OG is his man that he looks for. I mean, so just to get him back acclimated, and then we can probably get closer to that 50, 51, 52, 53 wins. Maybe we get closer to those numbers or something like that. And, with him going down, those 4 games make a difference. 4 games right now on the 46 wins, we'd be at 50. You know what I mean? We'd be at 50. You know what I mean? Just saying those 4 losses that we had, and those are teams that we could have beaten. You know what I mean? And not making no excuses, but the excuse is Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson's on the team, we win. You know what I mean? We fought hard in those games. We didn't win, but Jalen Brunson wasn't there as well. But I digress. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's who's out there on the court. We should have won those games with or without Jalen Brunson. Without Jalen Brunson, we should have won the game. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I want to see. I'm amped tonight for this team because I think these next couple of games could be some beneficial games before Jalen comes back between the 1st and the 8th of I think next week.
Yeah. I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited for a lot of reasons, but I'm just glad everything is starting to occur to where we want it to occur, and that means that we have which is the most important thing to me. The Knicks have a chance. Here's what's different from last year and this year, ladies and gentlemen. This year, we get to go into the playoff with a fully healthy roster.
Facts.
See, this is the difference than last year. Last year, we limped in the playoffs. We limped into the playoffs. This year, we ain't limping in the playoffs. We walking in the playoffs with a 10-man rotation, no secondary players who didn't get a lot of burn that early in the year or whatever, who was asked to go in there and fulfill duties that they just wasn't ready for to a degree. But this year, we get to hopefully go in there with a fully healthy roster. That's hoping nothing don't happen in the next 9-8 games. And knowing that, I think once we clinch that 3rd seed up, take the foot off the brakes, ladies and gentlemen, off the gas. I meant to say, take the foot off the gas. Let the second unit just get mad burn. Just let I mean, you can play the start of 3 or 4 minutes or whatever. But once we get that 3rd seed locked in, which is, I know it's going to happen any day now, I would just say, okay, that's it. That's it. We ain't going no higher. We ain't going no lower. Let's just play to get some rhythm going. And you always want to stay to win the game because you want to go into the playoffs on a good note. But I do think they need to, kind of lock that 3rd seed up and coast a little bit. Not too much. You never want to play lagging, but and let Mitchell Robinson keep getting his reps instead of Cat getting 30 minutes. Get the 30 minutes to Mitch. Right.
That's coming. That's coming. I'm surprised that Tibbs has not. He has implemented them together, but hasn't started Mitch yet. I think because of the lack of center in the second unit, because Precious will be the guy that will have to fill in the minutes. And in my opinion, thank you so much. NYB ball. You know what I mean? Once again, always and always, thank you. NYCB ball. Yeah, I think that's the reason why they leave and mention the second unit, because they don't have no interior defense. Precious is good. Precious has done that, but I think that they're kind of weaning themselves off from Precious a little bit. You know what I mean? I think they're weaning away. I haven't his minutes. We talked about this yesterday about him. He plays well when he gets the minutes. Now that he's not getting the minutes, you know, he's not getting the minutes. You know what I mean? So it's a wing and a prayer when he comes in, if he's going to be really hot and can dunk and make a couple of layups and grab some rebounds, or if he's just going to get out there and be a body on the floor. So that's one of the things now that he's not getting the minutes.
Yeah. Jay Children, Shot Powers, they definitely got that excuse thing. Jay ain't letting that go. But they got, and listen, Jay, I say that
there's two ways to use the word excuse. Right. I understand. I'm saying this. One way to use excuse is meaning making it like something that's a liability. Oh well, then there's an excuse that the excuse is that the reason why I'm saying that is really the excuse. You know what I mean? The excuse of it being true. You know what I mean? So it's two ways that you can turn that word around and stuff like that. So I understand. I use both of them too, because it is an excuse that we are losing without Jalen Brunson, because if we had Jalen Brunson, he would win. But there's no excuse to lose to the teams that we lost to because of Jalen Brunson not being there. So the excuse is used in two different terms.
Yeah, I think the excuse that they throwing out is here. Even if Jalen Brunson, you still can lose. See, that's why I say no.
We 27 games, right. 27
we don't
games, right? Jalen was there majority of it.
Yeah, even if Jalen Brunson there, you still can lose the game. We don't lose to these teams with Jalen Brunson there. I think I guess what I'm trying to say is, even if Jalen Brunson here, that don't mean you win them games.
Right.
It don't mean you win no game with Jalen Brunson here. That's why I say it ain't no excuse, because without Jalen Brunson or with Jalen Brunson, you still got to play the game the way you play it. And if you don't play it the right way today, you lose. Even with Jalen Brunson, if you don't play the game today, you lose. That's why I said that's the only reason I'm trying to say. It's not to say that you got it wrong, but I think you asked Tom Thibodeau, I don't think he would even contemplate that thought. Nah. Next man up, you win or lose with who you got. Right. Even if Jalen
say it all the time. We got enough.
Yeah, because if Jalen Brunson,
we got enough.
The game. You still can lose the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's all.
Yeah.
I just know Jay and Shaw Powers riding with that. It ain't wrong or nothing. I'm not even going at them about that. But what I'm trying to let them know. Yeah. You look at it in totality. It don't matter. Even the game we lost to, even the Spurs, if Jalen Brunson was there, you still could have lost that game. You still could lose the game.
Right.
The chances of losing more harder, yes. But I digress. Like you said, I just want to make sure y'all understand that, because I would never make excuses about this team. I don't care who there, who ain't there, who ain't there. You can get a fresh in the garden and an apple rotten any day, man. You just got to go out there and play today.
Right.
Yep. Jalen Brunson playing against the Trailblazers today, you still get your ass whipped. You don't bring your A game. That's what it's all about. It's about the team anyway. We done won some without Jalen Brunson, lost some without Jalen Brunson. That's the way it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Let's get it though. But I tell you what, today Jalen Brunson ain't there. We ain't making no excuse, no way. We're gonna go in there and try to knock these boys off today. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Let's get it. I'm excited about this thing, man. We can't even harp on that, because like I said, they 7-4 without him. So I ain't mad at that. Well, it will be 7-4 without 6-4 right now. But let's go get it, man. We just gonna get it here and get it popping. That's all that matter. And let's get this thing going, man. I say I'll open up the chat for Jake and get in here. Probably I put the wrong thing up in there. Don't want to put that in there because I don't know what that's about. That might not go the way you want to go with that. But I'm quite sure this was the content. You know what I mean? And we just gotta keep it going, man. Real talk, that's what it is. But Knicks, I got the Knicks going, doing the damn thing today anyway. I ain't worried about it. Tyler Cole about to get it popping. I know these guys coming to play, ladies and gentlemen, and they got to go out there and get it today, man. That's what it all boiled down to. And real quick, for all those who still interested, Cleveland Cavaliers 116, the Clippers 108 in Cleveland, down by 8 with 5 minutes left in that game. We got a good game going on today also that is going to be interesting on the doctor for the Knicks. You got the Timberwolves and the Pistons, and Detroit is out there in Minnesota today. And obviously the Hawks and the Bucks is there, which I'm not really worried about any of them. I think it's a wrap for as I'm concerned for where the Knicks is going to be at. But always good to scoreboard, watching everything in the course of the season. But I think we need a win or two, and we lock this thing up at the third seed. And then other than Jalen Brunson, just get a little bit of rep here and there to get the rust off. Just make sure nobody get hurt, man. So I think we ratchet up for the next couple of games. I think Cleveland are going to be sitting people pretty soon. I think Boston might sit people. So Shy Power might be close to that 54 wins. I think you might get it, Shy Power. Right now, believe it or not, the Knicks could run the table if they wanted to.
If they wanted to.
I think they can run the table. But I don't know if that's what they're going to do. Because like I said, once they get that third seed, I think they should just, make sure the guys get reps. Because sometimes when you don't play hard, you can get hurt playing too easy anyway. Take it for granted, you hurt your ankle even worse if you ain't playing at the full capacity. But we'll see how it goes. Jay Chosen in the building. Jay Chosen, what's good, my man? Salute to you. Got the Nick drip on. The Met drip on. So I can see that. What's good with you, man?
Chilling. No excuse Sundays. I hear you, brother.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
man, salute to I'm gonna talk about peace of Divine, peace of Shop Powers, man, peace to the whole chat. It's all real talk. Of course, the pre and the post. Tell a friend, tell another friend, tell everybody you know. Hop aboard.
Aunts, niece, nephews.
Grab your wifey phone. Go grab your wifey phone and put it on there. Even though she don't watch, just put it on there. At least you know where you at. At least you know where she at when she get the notification.
Yeah, right. Tell your mailman,
take it to the bodega, man.
Tell the milkman. I know they don't even the milkman. Remember the milkman? Anyway, shit, I told my dog. Yo, listen, so funny story. I just told Al Sketch and Ralph McDaniel, and we were just I was just trying to get them to say, Nick's Real Talk, what's up? Peace and salute to Divine and Shine Power to Nick's Real Talk. And Al was about to do it, and as soon as he got to do it, Ralph McDaniel called him to the mic. And I was like, shit. And I was going to go, and I was going to send it to you as a surprise treat. But he'll do it. I'm gonna see him. He got the gig is close by me. It's every Sunday now, so I'm gonna see him. I'll see if he want to do it. Yeah, if you want me to do it, that's if you want me to do it. Yeah, listen. So this is a team that I have to give. I'm talking about the team we're playing. A lot of credit to perseverance. They're if you want to look at stuff down and out. In life, things or down and out in games or people hurt or whatever it might be. The teams, there's that Shannon Sharp kid could jump out the building. Divine said that before. The young center is tough. You know, they play well. Even Scoot was playing well for a good amount of time coming off the bench. Man, he was dropping 30 here and there. So you know, it's a tough team. It's unacceptable to lose with or without Jalen Brunson on his team. Right. So to that, I agree. There's no excuse for that. We are better than them without him. I agree with that. I'm not going to get into that too much because then that will take up too much time, and we've talked about it before. The two things could be right at the same time. Exactly. And we're all entitled to our own opinions because that's the gift of the world. Tonight, I'm expecting that these ancillary players, these let's call them new players too, some of the new players that are getting their shot of a lifetime in some ways, you know, because this Knicks team, we're talking about a Knicks team that is being built for the finals, right? We're expecting them to go to at least the ECF, right? But this don't get it wrong. They're building this team with the trades and the things that they've done to go and be a championship team. So when you have these backup players and these players that you pick up on a two-way, a 10-day, a trade, or whatever it might be, when they get their shot and they shine, today I'm looking for them to do that on repeat. If they do that again, that's how you get to keep going. You got to keep it on repeat. You can't go in. The other day, what did he drop? Right, 12, right?
Something like that, 10 or 12.
I think, DeLon Wright had something like that, like 10 or 12. And Kolic's having games with 9 assists, 7 assists, 5 assists. So, I think that OG's benefiting from a lot of those passes. Like you said, all those things are good. You got to make the best of your opportunities. It's like an open mic night. You got a chance to do something. There's a couple people in the crowd. You go up there, you spit flame, wow. That way the whole world, you got a shot to do it. That's what these young people are doing. And I think that a few of them are actually trying to get themselves positioned. God forbid Deuce, is anybody goes down. They're really trying to get themselves positioned even for the playoffs, not just for this last run, even for the playoffs, because we're going to need people. I like the deeper the team, better. Let's not forget what you just said. You limped into the playoffs last year. Imagine that team was healthy. I actually think we would have won the whole thing. That's my own personal opinion.
I'm mad at you for that, brother.
Okay,
I ain't mad either.
I ain't mad at you for that.
Damn sure would have beat Indiana. I'm telling you right now.
If we had two of the 4 players out, we'd have been all right.
Right, exactly. If we didn't lose half the team, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, look what we did with that. Now we have a team that's healthy. We need these other players. So I'm not going to talk about OG. OG should be player of the month. I'm not going to talk about we know what they could do. I'm going to talk about these other guys. They're important to us right now. They're important in general, and they're important it's so important that we continue to get healthy and we continue to get cohesiveness. And that is the name to the game. Sharp passing. Hit your damn free throws. Oh, sorry, God. Sunday. Hit your freaking same thing. Hit your free throws, please.
Yep,
please.
Yeah,
I pray every day for it, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, let me let
play as a team, man. New York Knicks, man. That's real talk.
Let's get it. Shot Powell, the mention question. How do you, from your perspective, how do you think the fan base feel about this team this year? Do you think the energy is less exciting about than last year?
Yes.
Okay.
I think last year's team, if they could have came back, I mean, with all the ancillary, if we could have kept DiVincenzo, one of the big players was DiVincenzo. Another one of the big players was Aha. You know what I mean? If we could have kept those two and maybe moved on for Julius and maybe got someone to fill in Julius' role, maybe it wouldn't have been as hard. But that team last year, a lot of fans, I do feel somewhat. I mean, let's be clear though. Everybody talk about Cat's defense. Let me tell you who else don't have no defense. Who lagged off on plays. At least Cat tried to get back down there with them big feet. He tried to run down the court. It take him a long time to get that whole 3 feet up in 3 yards up in the air to put it back down on the floor, but he tries. Julius Randle had times of playing defense too, but he played less defense sometimes than what Cat does. Cat at least tries. He tries to block a shot. He gets all those fouls because, I mean, some of the fouls are stupid fouls, but some of the fouls that he get are defensive good fouls, if that makes sense. You hit somebody when they real close in the basket, and instead of giving them the easy shot, you hit them, you foul them, and you put them to the line. That's a good defensive foul to me. And I mean, if you there and you got no fouls, you got one foul, yeah, you give that foul up because It's a good defensive foul. You ain't letting nobody score the basket. Now they got to earn the basket at the free throw line. So, but that team last year had heart. You know what I mean? They had grit, especially when they were healthy, especially after we got rid of Quentin Grimes and we got OG here and all that stuff. The team got real strong, you know what I mean? And you always was looking for DiVincenzo, which he was doing last year, shooting about 10 3-pointers a night. We don't have no one on the team that shoots 10 3-pointers a night. I think our highest percentage is not even Cat no more. So it was like 6. I mean, we don't have no one shooting like 10 a night. Devo was shooting like 10 a night, hitting 4. That's 40% all night.
Making almost half.
You know what I mean, so
yep.
That's what we missed. That team was a little bit more gritty, New Yorkish. This team is more. That team was more grind. The gritty committee. This team is more athletic wise. These guys are gritty, but they're more finessey. I don't want to say finessey. Maybe more. Yeah, a little. They're more going to the basket, laying the ball up, pass the ball, shoot the ball. Now, with the difference from the team is, I can't say the defense was better, but the defense was better when Ahad was our center. So that's one of the big people that I missed from last year. Ahad, a center that could back up Mitch. And I mean, not taking anything away from Cat, because Ahad is no Cat, but in the way of Tom Thibodeau's system, Ahad fit really good. You've seen that last year. So I missed that part of Tibbs' system where a guy could pass out and stuff like that. And Devo, those two guys changed the game. Julius Randle also, but Devo and Ahad made the team a little bit more gritty. Because if you hit my opinion, if Ahad was on the team and whatchamacallit, the Lilliputian would have been rolling the dice on the Madison Square Garden, I think Ahad would have went over there and nudged him a little bit. He liked that. Devo would have went over there and said something. I mean, he would have said something. He'd probably jumped at him or something. That's the grittiness that this team has, but they don't do it as often as that team did last year.
Okay. Yeah.
100% with that.
I think it would have. Yeah, it's a question. How I think it's more style of play, and I agree with you. A lot of guys that we did have here last year, so you would say they not as gritty as them from a physical standpoint. Maybe the style of play. Yeah, they not physical. So, and this is more how would I say? Not only finesse, but they more.
I was trying to think of another word.
They are more fundamental team when it comes to the way they execute the offense. A lot of pass, a lot of movement. These guys play like the 70 Knicks, the 73 Knicks. You know what I mean? A lot of cutting, a lot of this, a lot of that. Back doors. All type of stuff. So, I was wondering how the fan base felt about that, because it seems like, are they more excited this year than last year's team? And people think it might not be the case. Well, I don't know. But salute to the chat, though. Queen, what's good? Good to see you. Real talk. John McDonald, salute. Everybody, Met Knicks fan, let's go. Everybody, Louisiana Knicks, salute to you, man. Salute to everybody. Dave said, my man, Danny, what's good, my man? Good to see you.
Steph, what up, Steph?
Everybody that build a travel vibe. MG, salute to the chat, man. Everybody. But yeah, man, I just think that is one of them things where, the team is different. Yeah, facts. Queen, I agree with you on that. You could be finesse team and tough. Absolutely. These guys might not be the guys you see. How would I say, in the alley, on the block, but they go hard though. They go hard. You know what I mean? They do it in a different manner, and I think that's what it is for me. But right now they're doing it pretty well at 46 wins. We just definitely need to get this one today. I'd love to get that win today and get it out of here. Jay Cho, any thoughts on what Shop House was talking about for the difference between the fan base this year with the team and this year and last year's team?
I mean, I think he makes. Honestly, I felt like I wrote it.
Okay,
like that was identical to what See, the thing about me is that I had a lot of we get allegiance to not only we have full allegiance to our teams, right? But we get allegiance to certain players too, right? They become, like we like Josh Hart for this particular thing. Brunson for sure is like the best pickup signing that I've seen. Like so then you have that. Debo was part of that 5.5 players that ran through the playoffs. That was just And we keep saying, that he hit the three at this phenomenal thing, but don't forget, Debo would take it to the hoop. Debo would dunk on you. Debo would fight for the ball. For his height, he played so tough, and they had that Villanova lock-in together. And I'm always gonna say this: iHeart just ingratiated and became part of New York culture. It was like this guy who was like in overalls with a freaking sledgehammer, and then just became a New York Knick, and then we picked him up as family. That's how it works with some of them. And Randall, the difference is, I had a love for Randall because he chose us, and he was the one that started, in my eyes, the part of the movement to go the way we've been going up. The problem with Randall is that Randall had a lot of, I don't know if diva is the word, but he had a lot of of his own stuff going on. When you do things to the crowd, you start to take yourself out of it, and you don't become the player that people are starting to root for. But as soon as you lose iHeart, and especially Debo and iHeart, I think that it changes the team. I would love to see what this team look right now. Right now, if the trade for Cat, and I know people would think about this in different ways, but if the trade for Cat would have been Randall and let's say Deuce, and we still had Debo, and somehow the captain signed that early contract, and we were able to keep iHeart. I know it's ifs and spliffs, but I really would like to see. I've been saying that all year. Just but then again, I want to see pieces of all teams throughout the history of time be on one team. So that as far as last year's team showed us something that we were waiting for a long, long time, especially the older crowd. They had a lot of 90s in them. They had a lot of 80s in them.
Yeah. I thought this last year was a stellar season. The reason why I thought what made last year a predator to me, and I can see why that team. See, this team had last year. Team that had expectations. This team had, first of all. So,
right.
I mean, this team here got expectations. Last year they had expectations, but it wasn't on the level of this team. I mean, so I think that's a big one for me, is that they rooted for that team, and on top of that, that team last year fought through mad injuries all year long. So they always had to be tough. They always had to be tough. They always had to go hard because you lost so many players in the course of a season. It's like, man, how you going to replace Randall's number? There's nobody on that team can replace Randall. There's nobody on the team can replace Anunoby at that time. Then you lose Mitchell Robinson. It's like, man, and for them to will themselves to where they got to, I thought that really represented what next man up was last year. That team to me was a next man up type of basketball team. Because Debo and Josh Hart was on a bench last year, and they had to get thrust into the starting lineup. And to get thrust into there you go, King Ribby adversity, peace. And they got thrust into the starting lineup, and the guys who was taking their spot had to grow real fast. We didn't have too much of that for it to help us out. I still think we would be able to get out that first round and go 7 in the second with all that adversity, like King Ribby said, all them injuries and all that. And like I said, you play with what you got. You just go in there and try to win. And that really showed me, the past season that, I see why people feel that way about that team opposed to this team, because this team got a high expectation. I'm like, the conference finals are very disappointed. You know what I mean? It makes it a little easier, not easier, but if you got to play Boston in the second round, I was hoping Knicks and Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. But if we got to play them in the second round, that's a little different. But I think this team is different than last year in a lot of ways. But I also think that this team is more skilled than that team last year. That to me, they got skilled players at every position damn near in this one. So I mean, it's pretty crazy what they're doing. But let's see how it goes. It ain't over until it's over. But I like where we at with this team, man. But we got to go out there today and beat these dudes, man, and give them the business. On real talk, man, that damn Cleveland game was crazy. 126.
Yo, are they coming back?
Yeah, the 126, 122 or 14 seconds. Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? Because they were down by like 20, and I kept looking at that thing. What?
Yep, it's 120 to 122.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. If it switches, chances of changing, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, real talk. Man, I tell you, man, they got watch the Cavaliers, ladies and gentlemen. Not Cavaliers. I mean to say them Clippers gonna be something to deal with in that playoffs in the West. They just got some good.
They're a for real team. They legit, man. Number 2 defense in the league. Everybody acting like they don't hear that when you get ready to play them. Oh, we should be Nah, that's a team that you got to be like. They got some all-stars. They got Kawhi. I mean, them some guys right there, man.
You know what it is? I think, Shaq. I think that because they had so much turnaround, and a lot of their stars got shipped off, and then new people came in. People don't know how to take the Clippers, right? Because whose team is it? Now this guy's gone. Whose team is it? This guy's gone. This guy's brought in. That team, there's 3 or 4 people who have consistently been there, and they play very tough. You best believe that Clippers are a team that play very tough. I hope they win right now, man, because they were down.
Yep. Well, we're gonna go around. Let me give you some give me some keys to the game. Give me some keys to the game, and we go around with the final thoughts and predictions. But give me some keys to this game. What we need to do today to get these guys up out of there, man. Get to our 47th victory, and finally, Divine gets his 20 games over 500. But I've been searching for the last month. So, what do you think we need to do tonight, my man?
Major, control the pace. Run the ball when you want to. Slow the ball down when you have to. Hit your free throws. Major, hit your free throws. Make it easier for you to win the game tonight. Hit your free throws. Let's be over 80% from free throw land tonight. Rebounding. A big cause of every win is out rebounding your opponent. If you can stop them from putting balls in the basket or getting second opportunities to get the ball in the basket and limit them to one shot defense, grab your rebounds. Shoot over 37% tonight. I think that Tyler Kolek and DeLon Wright and Shaman, I think they're going to have a same game like they had the last game, and all 3 of those guys combined should average around 30 points tonight with those 3 guys. I'm looking for almost 10 points from all of those guys tonight, and about 15 assists from all 3 of those guys tonight. So let's make that happen tonight. Over 37%, passing the ball over 28 for me. I mean, 30 is like a crystal ball for us to win it all and stuff like that. But 28 makes it straight for me. So that's what I want to do. I'll get us around 28 points. Tonight, I want the New York Knicks and my fandom 128 to 97. 128 to 97. I want to put the foots in them. I think it's going to be a closer game, one more so like 114, 118, but I want 128 to 97. I want to beat down the next 2 teams to let everybody know that we're here and we don't need Jalen Brunson right now.
Jay Chosen, my man. I'll let your boy.
I definitely want to see I want to see a fast start. All right. Enough with the slow start. And sorry, it's getting a little sidetracked right here, right quick. Take a fast start. Once we get a fast start, I'm definitely proper passing. I believe we get on this team tonight, we should be able to get somewhere in the 35 to 40 range of assists. I think that we definitely have to be 85% or better from the free throw line. We definitely have to go. I want to see us to be, 40 by, listen, we have to be efficient. Have this team be efficient. The bench players play their role. Let them get more of the grind. OG do what he do. I want Josh Hart to play a very strong game. And I know that Cat's been ailing in different departments. I hope that, that he's just last few games that
17
we
and 14.
haven't
That's what
necessarily
we
needed Cat like fully.
17 and 14.
So that's why we need the entire team to do what they need to do. Big game out of OG. OG's been playing out of his mind, so I expect that not to stop. 35 points from the bench tonight in my eyes, and I think the final score is going to be I'm going to go 1-2-3 to 103. 123 to 103.
I see that. Yeah, man. For me, same thing, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, just like sharp out to hit the free throws. Everybody do their thing, rebound the basketball, do all the things that you're supposed to do stat wise. But I just want to see Tyler Kohler get out there tonight, give me a double. I want to see Dylan Wright. Even if he don't have the offense game he had against the Bucks, because the motivation was being against a team who let you go. But he got there and played a pretty good floor game and played some good defense on that side of the ball. Cat is not going to be easy in the interior, ladies and gentlemen, with Klingon down there. It's not going to be easy down there. That's like having Giannis or, to me, Brook Lopez down there. So I don't expect him to dominate down there in the middle, but just, play your game. I'm leaning on Mikhail and Anunoby to be the main guys tonight. But I want to see them other young guys like Kolick and Wright, not young, but playing in his team at for a young period of time, I would say. I want to see them get a pop like they did in Milwaukee last night. I got a New York Knicks put on a defense masterclass tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I think their offense is going to be what they're going to do. I got the Knicks 120 to 97 today, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I got it.
So. Yeah, but I think our defense come to play tonight. They only gave up 107 to the Bucks. So I think they can really get out there and get it pop. Our defense has been playing well literally since the All-Star break. So let's see how it goes, man. I think they go out there and get it done tonight. On some real quick note before we get out of here, we did talk about it earlier. For those who don't remember, PJ Tucker did not sign another 10 days so far. They're going to sign him. If they don't, then let him find a way to get to a contending team. He earned that right to do that. If they don't bring him back, we see how it goes, man. But we need this win today, ladies and gentlemen, just to get to 47 and 27. And then we got a back-to-back Tuesday and Wednesday. Philadelphia 76ers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously we're looking for the Cleveland game. We don't want to bypass two, but we should win these two games for sure. Get and win these two games and enjoy it, man. But enjoy the game, ladies and gentlemen. About to go down in a few minutes. Salute to E. Gibbs. Salute to everybody in the chat. Good to see you, Queen Steph. Salute to Queen Darlene. Salute to everybody, D. Raj, you named it, Chris Rowe, everybody who I did shout out earlier. Salute to everybody in the building. Thank y'all for coming in. Smash that like button for your brothers, man. Hit that like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all then, man. Let me bring up the score right quick. I want to do not do it the right way. With my man now, I see he had a score in there. Oh, Chris Rowe got 117, 111 New York Knicks. Thank you, Chris. That's a good score right there. But I think our defense come to play. Size 9, salute to you, my man. Real talk. Everybody, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Divine, Jay Choden, Knicks, let's get it tonight. Let's get the victory. We can move on to the next one. And we see y'all tomorrow night, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Everybody.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Peace.
Peace.
Blessings. Peace.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is bottles, he Sharon flexing. Posted up a sticky note, you smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot here, we well represented. We on that Nick shit, you can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No caps, so here's what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera, there's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat, so we Nick dripping. It's real, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Anunoby. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Nick's real talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real talk.